What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 0 of Rustbelt Championship Wrestling, where we're starting very rock bottom of the Cornellverse. In this video, we're going to get a little overview of what Rustbelt Championship Wrestling is, so we'll introduce you to the owner, me. You're going to love me. We'll introduce you to the small inner circle I have, our custom belts, which are, decent, nice little things. And then we'll probably finish off with roster talk. We'll show the roster. I'll give you a few thoughts on how I feel about certain people. This is mostly going to be organic, so I don't have huge plans right now on who's pushing hard, who's going to be holding this belt, who's going to be doing what. It's going to be a series that's going to tell the story organically for the most part. And I'm also going to look at you guys like more of my booking team, so in the comments you have an idea with somebody, or you think somebody should be pushed, or a storyline even, whatever. Like, I'm completely open to all of that. So, you know what? Let's just get into it. Alright, there he is, Jay Fleazy, owner of RCW. Now, he's over here saying he's got 7 years of experience. He's completely lying to the boys. Shocker. Go to skills. Well, he's not particularly skilled in a whole lot, is he? But, you don't have to be skilled to be a top guy. You just need to be the booker. Popularity? Well, who is this guy? Anybody know this guy? No? Okay. Well, attributes? Attributes are alright. What do we think? Top guy? Go check out that inner circle. Alright, there we are. The little inner circle. Tamara McFly doing a lot of the heavy lifting around here, so hopefully she don't hate me as the senior road agent, head of talent relations, and a locker room leader. Well, that could only go poorly. We got our head men's trainer, Brady Prince. That's fine for now. I mean, we don't have many talented workers around here. Morale officer, Joanna Silver, because she's a fantastic personality. And head women's trainer, Velvet Suarez, who, that might not be ideal, but hey. Small company, small inner circle. We'll see how it goes. On to the titles. Now we got a little fun here with some custom titles. RCW Great Lakes Championship, which will be our main men's title. We got the RCW Tag Team Championship, which is silver because secondary title, or floating I have it set to, because tag team titles can be big if you have the right people holding them. And then the women's main title, the women's championship. All prestige is very low, because, we're a nobody company right now. But I do like the artwork. And, Great Lakes. We got Michigan on the side plates. Yeah, look at us. Funny, because I prefer the silver plate. Just do. I do. But, tell me what you think of the titles in the comments, because I like them. Alright, let's get on to the roster then. Alright, well, I know you could see some of the roster from that main screen, but here we are, the full roster, and a lot of these people I know absolutely nothing about, including Allie Perks. Calls herself Perks and Rex, which is hilarious to me. But what do we think? She's actually not bad, is she? Well, actually, she's quite good, actually. She might be something here. Anyways, anybody who plays Cornellverse will notice a decent amount of these names if you play down at this level. Allie Perks, who I knew nothing about. I'm actually kind of excited about her now. Annihilus, who, I love Annihilus. I love a big man in wrestling. Wrestling needs monsters, and he's a monster. So, 7 foot, 365 pounds of muscle. Brady Prince, who serves a backstage role, road agent, leader, keeping people away from me. Deanna Desire, sorry. Who, she serves a decent role. In our product, she serves more of a role than other products, but she's decent enough for this level right now. She's young, she can improve. She'll be a decent manager. Dropkicks, who will put on a bit of a show for us. He's not going to be the best worker, but I think he can do a job for us. El Hijo del Neutron. Did I nail that one? Come on, chat. Tell me I nailed it. Who I have a past with. He's quite decent. I think he can be quite good here, actually. I think he's gonna be one of our main guys if we're gonna get any kind of a show rating out of this company. Elegance, our referee, who I've never worked with before. So, new referee, that's pretty cool. Fearless Blue, I've seen him around for a long time. He's here to do a specific job. That's what he does. The Renegade Redneck. I love it. Deanna DeMarco, again, eye candy valet. She's here to do a very specific job, and she can do it well. Haley Buck, I have no past at all with either. I know nothing about her. But she seems to be able to do a decent little job. By the way, I'm not showing popularities because nobody has popularity in the Great Lakes whatsoever. So, we're starting at 0, really. Hammer Hadley, most people who have done a save at this level in the Cornellverse will probably know him. He's been around for 3 games now? 2 games? And he's quite good at this level. A pain in the ass, though. So, popularity, 3. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's rough around here. How am I paying him? Okay, we're good. We're good. But I think he's going to have a pretty good role to play here, at least early on. Harvey Robinfield, can he serve a role? I hope he's decent. Popularity ain't much to talk about either. But, you know, we're working with what we can get, right? Me, you know, the GOAT. The true top guy. Best in the business, you might say. Some might say. I might say. Jay Silver, another guy at this level. He might be able to become something. We'll see. I do like some of this, I do like some of this. Okay. He might become something. Joanna Silver, one of my all-time favorite Cornellverse characters. Because, for one, she is good, but the Pirate of Men's Pants is, like, my favorite gimmick ever. I mean, come on. The Pirate of Men's Pants. But she's very charismatic, very high sex appeal, of course. She's the Pirate of Men's Pants. But she can develop into a decent worker, and she is very popular with the fans. Great. Joy Ryder, who can actually develop into a pretty good worker. She's decently charismatic. I mean, she's good enough to pass. Sex appeal, more than decent. Jewel's just one of those technical workers. Maybe pull a bad match out of somebody who isn't as good, but maybe has a little more star quality. Kid Fantastic can definitely do a job around here. Maybe not for long, because he loves to destroy his body. Lahia del Diablo. I know nothing about her, but I think she's going to be the main heel in the women's division, because we need a main heel, and she's pretty decent. The charisma being very bad, and we'll get to that, because we'll talk about the product. Probably after this, I'll get into the product a little bit. But she's probably the main heel in the women's division. Lefty Wilkes, another guy I don't have much experience with, but he's got a decent enough foundation where he should be able to help our younger guys pull a decent match and develop. Maybe not have the worst show ratings on the planet. Oh, I guess we will anyways, but you know what I'm saying. Marcel LaFleur, there we go. Probably still wrong. Very good again, fundamentally. He's never going to be a star, but he's that guy who's going to get other guys over, right? Popularity's terrible here, but he should help other guys get over, and that's what I need him for. Martin Theocott, you know, he does a job play-by-play. He's decent at it, at least for our level. Mellow Flashheart, I know nothing about her. Apparently she's an actress, so maybe she can do something pretty good. Her charisma's fine, her microphone they'll both eventually be fine. Her acting should be better if she's a graduate in acting. You would think it'd be better than a 39. Sex appeal definitely looks like it should be better than 76, but whatever. As a worker, not looking good, but she develops just into a decent worker. She's good enough to actually do decent things here. Olivia Diamond, quite decent. I always liked Olivia. She's gonna do a solid enough job around here. I have no qualms with her. She's gonna really help the women's division early on. Tenfold Perdition. Another guy, if you've done saves down here at any point, you've probably had him at some point. No, he's not as... Honestly, in past games, I think he was better. But he's definitely an interesting guy, 6'6", 410-pound Hawaiian. I mean, you ain't fucking with that guy. That's a true guy when you're walking through the airport, like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, I'll get out your way. Bill Anders, what a ridiculous name, by the way. A Nebraska stud, too, yeah. But fundamentally, he's here fundamentally. We're not a huge match-based company, but you still need to have good workers in the company. Fundamentals need to be good to develop other people, too. I mean, he's 18. He needs to develop. But I didn't realize his charisma is so high. And his acting. I thought he was just strictly a fundamental guy. I must have been thinking of somebody else when I seen him. Riley Patton, another young guy. Fundamentals can be there. Primary mental, kind of there. Like, he can be a worker, right? He's somebody who can develop just a worker. Put on decent enough matches, make other guys look good. Is he gonna be a star? I mean, 8 charisma, 8 microphone, 8 acting, 26 star quality. No. I can guarantee, no. But he can do a job. Remy Sky. I mean, who doesn't in the Cornell verse? No, Remy Sky. Come on. He's very Jeff Hardy inspired even with the drug problems and everything. In my opinion, he's very Jeff Hardy inspired. And he can be quite good. So, he's gonna do a job here. Cameron McFly, doing everything backstage for me. Texas Hangman looks like one for the future for sure, and the now, to be quite frank, for me. But he looks good. Of course, no popularity. I'm not even gonna get into attributes right now. I haven't looked through all that with everybody. But, looks pretty good. Ursula says, I don't know much about her. Another one that looks like gonna be a pretty good heel here. I think she can really help the women's division, like, a lot, because we need heels. We don't have any. We have 2. We have 2 heels in the women's division right now. Velvet Suarez, our trainer at 27 years old. He's fine, Good enough to train here, because, we don't have a lot of great workers. The mask is incredible, though. I do like the mask. Popularity, not here. I mean, not even in Mexico, really, for being a luchador for 8 years. Sorry, I can't speak. He's gonna do a job. Wild Red Stallion. I love this man. And I think he can become something here. Well, his charisma is higher. Maybe not. But he at nothing else, he's a great character, right? But I think he's gonna have a role to play, even if it's only mid-card, maybe tag team. He's gonna have a role to play here long term. And the Zip. One of my favorites, honestly. I love the Zip. Zip the Lip, Zippy Deverell. Very charismatic. Small, loud mouth. Just great. He's gonna be great for us. Because we need somebody like him. A great loudmouth heel who hides behind other people, but does it very well. A very weaselly heel. He's gonna be a huge part of this company, I can guarantee that going forward. I gave away a spoiler right there, but we'll get more into that in episode 1. So, that's the roster. I mean, there's not a whole lot out there that I know right now. There's a lot more new people in this newer version of the game than the older ones. There's a lot more people that got hired than I'm used to working with. So if you guys have advice on other people to hire, I'm open. If you have advice on what I do with this roster, storylines, tag teams, because I have 0 tag teams right now, currently. I have not. I'm letting the booking kind of come natural to me, more organic through the show. I'm not just forcing things together. So if you have any advice on booking, storylines that could possibly happen with workers here that you might know about, I don't know about. Maybe somebody here has beef with others, and I don't really know about it. I haven't checked backstage stuff, so any of that. Like, I do need more workers, especially heels. I need heel women, so please come through on that one. Other than that, that's the roster. It's fine. What do you guys think? Let me know. Product. We're going more of an Attitude Era meets sports entertainment kind of thing where it's gonna be a lot more angle based and storyline based than wrestling matches. And if you played TEW at all, you know I'm kind of handicapping myself with that because to get a good rating in an entertainment based product when you have zero popularity is a very hard thing to do. But it does mean we're expecting a lot more angles and matches. Matches are rated almost half and half on wrestling versus popularity, which is what makes it a handicap. But it's the style I prefer. Like, it's just the style of wrestling I prefer. And I think it fits this company very well. So that's what we're going with. I do want a little advice in the comments of match focus. Should it be regular focus or should it main event spotlight? What do we think on that one? Other than that, everything else is pretty set in stone. Very not match based, very entertainment based. The matches matter, but it's not all about the matches, which is very gimmicky in like a save like this anyways to do it that way. If you do just based purely on mass match rating, you can have companies with zero popularity popping off and having better shows than the top companies, and that is a little ridiculous, isn't it? But I also do prefer the popularities mattering to a high degree. I think that matters incredibly in wrestling. And I want the storylines to matter more. And since it's Attitude Era, sex appeal and stuff like that does matter. Which is great. I mean, come on. Other than that, I don't think there's much more to address here. That is the product of RCW. It's very attitude, sports entertainment based. 40, 60, 60, 40 ratio on the matches, which is fine. That's how I like it. So I tend to like to play it. What do you guys think? Alright, a nice way to end off this video, I think. Let's take a look at what our events look like. So, we're going once a month right now. Welcome to Hell, I had to put dormant because it basically was scheduled automatically on the day the game starts, and I had no workers, so that don't work, obviously. But once a month right now, we're gonna see. If we're making money on shows, then we'll start doing more shows. But if we're losing money, obviously we can't do a show every week or what have you. We're gonna have to work around that. So we'll see after the first show or two. Then if we need to schedule more, maybe once a week, maybe 2 times a week. We'll see, depending on how it goes. So we got Rock City Rampage. We're just showing off the artwork right now because I don't have in mind exactly what every one of these are going to mean. And like I said, I'm going to add more. The one thing I will address is the big show. The big one, which I'm probably going to make longer. The, what is it, season finale will be Final Altercation, which, with that name, obviously, I suppose. So that's the big show in my mind right now. As for other big shows, because I don't want, not the one big show. You want the... There's going to be more gimmicky things coming, I would imagine. But we're going to let that flow naturally. We'll come to it. We'll figure it out, what our company's thing is. So we got Rock City Rampage, Close to the Edge, which I love the artwork. Blaze of Glory, again, fantastic. Detroit inspired. Muscle cars. In the Wake, Pride Before the Fall, Lost in the City, Inevitability, Street Fight, which again, I love the artwork. Lightning Strikes, Destructive Appetite, which feels very Wolverine, actually, and Final Altercation, the season finale. I almost said premiere. Sorry. So those are the events. Any ideas you guys have for shows in between? Maybe more gimmicky things like, Money in Bank and some of those really gimmicky wrestling things. If we have our own, if you have ideas for that, do them in the comments. But for now, this is what we have scheduled, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright guys, well that was my much longer than expected overview of RCW. If you guys are excited, man, leave a like, throw some comments down in the comment section. Take your friends, your family's phones, leave some likes and comments in the comment section. It helps me a ton. Let's get this series kicking off with a really good start. I would Greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all watching. Your booking advice, leave any advice you have in the comments. I will take everything. You guys are all part of my booking team. Tag teams, storylines. I need female heels. What do you think about the match focus? Should I do regular focus in the product or should I do main event focus? If you have ideas for stables, anything. I mean, if you have any booking idea, just throw it out there. You know, no ideas are stupid. Some ideas are stupid. Most ideas are stupid, but your idea isn't stupid. So, anyways, keep an eye out. Episode 1 is coming very soon. If you guys are excited like I am, and hype it up. Hype me up. I'm ready. I'm excited. Thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all later. Now, for those of you who stuck around, I just wanted to leave you guys with this nonsense image of me saluting you guys when I said, catch y'all later, as if you guys could see me. Yeah, brilliant work. Anyways, I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.